start off with the big news.
Um, yeah, let do
I
yours. Let's talk about Giannis.
I got my guy. I got my guy Giannis Antetokounmpo, who has been one of my favorite players to at least watch since he's entered the league, and I've seen him rise and shine to his. He's just one of those players. I like players
Mhm.
who play hard on both ends, and he's a guy anybody would want on their team. Nobody wouldn't want to have Giannis. That he's just one of those special players because he can give you
He's a
30
he's a top
points.
3 player right now.
Yeah, top 3 player, on both sides of the ball, can average 30 and go guard the best guy. That's what I love about him. I mean, he can sh I feel like if when he goes to Miami, they're gonna help him shoot a little bit better. So, I don't need him to shoot 5 threes a game, maybe 5 threes a game if they're leaving him open and he's feeling good, but I just need Giannis to go be Giannis, play amazing defense, and do what he does, and score those transition buckets when he gets the chance, and make highlights. Definitely gonna have to get me a jersey.
Yeah, dude. I think we both agree that we're happy. At least I'm happy that Giannis went to one of our teams.
Yeah,
I'm completely fine with it being Miami. Like, I'm just happy he ended up on one of our teams. How do you feel about the current roster situation, though?
I mean, realistically, we lost key pieces. I did like Khalil Ware, Triple J, like
Yeah, we
Jaime,
did talk
like
about.
his like those 2.
Mhm.
I've been on the fence about Tyler Hero for some years now. I'm like, man, he started off
Yep.
so strong, so promising, and I was like, look, he wants to be Batman. He doesn't want to be Robin. And I he towards the end he wasn't healthy enough to even play for us that much, which was sad. He was a guy that could come in, and I would see him more like in the same category as an Austin Reeves. Can be a 2-3, but not a 1-2 type person. Like, he could be your second or third best person, and y'all can win a championship, but he definitely can't be the first option. That's just from my perspective. He's
No, you need a two-way player at the one, and if you don't have a two-way
Yeah.
player, you need someone that's just so offensive dominant like Jokic.
Yeah, and my thing is like Bam's expanding his game offensively. He's great. Bam, of course, everybody knows Bam's great defensively. I know everybody's talking about the spacing for those two, Giannis and Bam, but I'm like, I mean, Bam does really good off ball, backdoor cuts, screening. You can keep him as a popper to where he maybe shoots a little bit more threes. But that would just be Giannis does what Giannis does, and I mean, score a lot of paint points inside 10, 15 feet where you want him to be. I enjoy it, but back to that question. Kind of sad about the couple guys leaving. I like Davion Mitchell at the one, defensive minded point guard. Head
Me
really,
too.
really,
Me too.
really gritty defender. Loved him in Sacramento. Um,
He
I'm
had a he
kind of
had a big
kind of
jump this last year too.
Oh, yes. I think that's the Heat culture. Kinda interested to see where they put Wiggins, if they slide him down to the 2 and go get a 3, or go get a 2 and keep him at 3, either one's fine. Like his defensive presence, I just need him for 15 to 20 points a game. He doesn't even have to get 20 points, maybe 15 to 18 points a game is what I need him for. Uh,
Do you
Respectably,
think
I think
they start Wiggins at the 2 so Bobby Portis can start at the 4?
it really just depends on who they slide at the 3. Is it Bam or is it Giannis? I don't Bobby Portis,
Giannis,
I
I think,
think
is more mobile defensively.
I mean, not mobile. Lengthwise, he's bigger than Bam, but
Well, I just mean like Giannis can guard 1 through 5. I don't know that I want Bam guarding the 1.
Bam can guard 1 through 5. I would much rather him see Bam's issue with, or my issue with Bam is you just can't he's not long or tall enough to affect 7-footers. He's 6'9", 6'10", and I'm like, that's just the 7-footer rule. They just like Jokic did in the finals. He's just too small for him. Like that kind of guy.
Gotcha.
Where Giannis is more of a longer athlete who can affect more things like a Jokic or a Wemby. But no, Bam's a top 5 defender in the league. Uh, all in all, like it's really good. We have those guys who could like other than Wimby and one of the, if not both the Thompson twins, I'd put Bam and Giannis up in there as like a top 5 defender in the league for all positions. Like Case and Wallace and all of them, they do good on the perimeter, but they're not quite tall enough to affect the inside. Think of Alex Caruso, but at 6'10". That's what Bam is.
Yeah, I didn't realize. I guess I didn't catch that Bam made second team all defense this year.
Oh yeah, yeah. Bam. Well,
So,
he's been on the first team or second team the past couple years. My favorite Bam highlights that
uh, well,
Jason Tatum
he
block.
was second team for like 4 years straight. Made first
Hmm.
team, and then last year I don't know what happened, but he didn't make it. Was he injured last year?
Yeah, he was injured. I don't. He may have not met the requirements for the games
Yeah, because
played.
it looks like he's made it every year that he's been in the league besides last year.
Yeah, but no, he's a great defender. Like defensively, Miami is going to be okay. I would just want us to go get um a 7-footer that we can throw out there. Shoot, let's go get Hassan Whiteside and bring him off the bench that we could throw out there with those two and just say, hey, here's this 7'1", 7'2" guy with a really long wingspan that's floating around the rim. But can you imagine Davion at the 1, Wiggins at the 2, Bam at the 3, Giannis at the 4, and let's say like a Whiteside or somebody like that, a shot blocker at the 5, and just that defensive presence that's like smothering defense. Like I would put that defensive lineup up there with OKC's just for the sheer dominance. Maybe even San Antonio with Victor Wembanyama, because Davion Mitchell's he's not a big guard, but he's definitely like a Case and Wallace lets his presence like
No, he's definitely queso like
you can feel his
yeah.
presence on games. And then Bam, Andrew Wiggins and Giannis, those aren't small guys. Like that's a besides Davion Mitchell, that's probably one of the biggest teams in the league. Like
Yeah.
almost like a Houston. Like Houston has some long athletes. The only thing is
Yeah.
that's another scary trait for pickup is Houston got Marcus Smart again a defensive player of the year. And I'm like, dang, do you really want that guy floating around there? But back to
I'm gonna
Miami.
be
Yeah.
honest. If anything, I'm the more that I've heard about Houston the last few days, the more like like they're not even. I'm not even like almost considering them as like a threat at all because there's news now that KD is like done too much damage to the locker room and they're looking to shop him potentially. Um, Sengun can't play defense like
Hmm.
like
I understand.
they got they got Sengun and they got Thompson. They got 2 really good guys
Hmm.
that kinda clash with play style.
Yeah.
You know what
Oh,
I'm saying? It's not
yeah.
that they
No, I
don't have
get that.
talent, I just don't know that they have a system that works.
I do think Fred Van Vliet and then Steven Adams do make a big difference for their team. They look good. I think
I mean, I don't
Houston's a team if they get it clicking like the Knicks did or somebody like later on in the playoffs got to like at towards the end of the season that finally meshed together, they're a scary team for the 16-game stretch because nobody on earth can really truly guard Kevin Durant. And you just need KD health. You just need KD healthy for what 24 games max in the at the end of the year. Like if you can if
yeah,
KD
you just need
if so if yeah like that's 4 7-game series. You just need a healthy Kevin Durant to possibly win. you know as well as I do that a healthy KD in the playoffs is a scary sight because he's like a Kawhi. They turn into a different animal whenever it's the postseason and the game slows down and they get to play at their pace constantly. Like they dictate games with how they play.
Yeah.
I mean, um, back before
My
KD
only
left.
thing though with the whole KD conversation
Mhm.
is KD has never won as the guy.
Oh, I know. Um,
Like he won when he had Steph. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, I know. Yeah, I get that. But I feel like Ime Udoka as a coach would not let him falter in that aspect. He seems like a very strong-willed coach, and having Marcus, I know
Yeah, definitely.
Marcus Smart's one of those guys, wherever he goes, he will find success because of how he may not show it on the stat sheet. I know you loved him at OSU, uh, back in college. He's just one of those guys, all you want him to do is
I
play
loved it
hard.
when he was
Play
on the
hard.
Celtics.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
play hard and win. That's all you have to do. See, like, effort. He's an effort player. That's all you would like.
for sure.
I mean, it's scary because they didn't have a point guard back, and now they're gonna get a great backup point guard in Marcus Smart, and then he had a good year with the Lakers, I would say. I mean, this past season. And then if they get Fred VanVleet back, Fred VanVleet's not a scrub. He's a champion. He knows what he's
No, but
doing.
it's gonna be what's he look like offensively.
Yeah, I know. I don't think they match up well against OKC or San Antonio. That's where both teams just have too many defenders to cancel them out. And
Yeah,
Houston, there's not enough firepower in the world to truly beat, I mean, I guess outshine those two teams. Like, we all know the Knicks
yeah,
played a
they'll just
great,
kind of be there to take each other out.
yeah. Then
Yeah,
it's basically two juggernauts. I feel like that are going to be still fighting in the West for the next year or two for sure, until one team says, "Hey, we can't get over the other," and does something dramatic. I mean, I don't know.
yeah,
Like the Knicks beat the inexperienced Spurs as they should have. I know my prediction was wrong. I said Spurs in 6. Got it wrong. It's fine.
you know,
Love.
I said Spurs possible sweeper in 5.
I I I, I just picked, but yeah, it's whatever. But do I think the Knicks go back to back? Sadly, no. I think it's going to be another year with another random champion.
Yeah, well, and they won't be going back to back because their roster won't be the same. They've already got off Mitch Robinson, and that was a huge part to their championship.
Yeah,
Having
I
a
mean they
big, they don't
picked
have
up
a big
Andre,
right now. Yeah,
picked up no,
Drummond,
they
but
picked up
Drummond's
Drummond.
not.
He doesn't have the same energy
It's
almost
not the
as
same Drummond,
Mitch.
dude. Yeah, it's not the same.
Yeah. But I mean, I don't know. It's tough. Like the Spurs got Tobias Harris. I know I texted you about that. Feel like he's a good piece they picked up. They kept Harrison Barnes. I mean, I'm just still waiting to see what OKC does. I think OKC does something at the trade line maybe this next year if they don't feel 100%. But
I
again,
think if
back to what
OKC is gonna do something, it'll be before the season. They'll move Lou Dort. That'll be the only thing that they do. If they don't
yeah,
move Lou Dort, then they're just running it back with this team.
yeah. But I feel like OKC, like we've said, should just want to compete for championships, not uh first place in the West. Like home court advantage is great, but
Compete
we
for
saw the
health.
Spurs. Yeah, yeah, but we saw the Spurs had it in the finals because whoever come you can't ever tell who's coming out of the East. I mean,
Yep.
that's the thing. To get really home court advantage, you just have to win 60 plus games. Heck, maybe even 62. That's
And
OKC
that's gonna be
losing
the
what?
thing this year that I know that I've hit on a few times is the whole like this year is gonna be one of the most competitive years we've ever seen
Oh yeah, I'm
in both
excited for it. Like
divisions.
this 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 next season is going to be one of the best. I because teams can't really suck and try to bomb the season from the get go. They can't. Like they got to compete. Everybody's got to compete. That's what I love to
Gotta go
see.
after it.
There's like Utah's going to look good. The Wizards, what do the Wizards do? They got 3 number 1 picks on their team. Star point guard Trey Young, 25 and 12. Anthony Davis at the 4. Alex Sarr, offensive powered big. DeAndre Ayton, offensive powered big. AJ DeBonsa, I think he'll have a good season. I don't think he'll win Rookie of the Year. I mean, that's just coming from who is going to do the most effective winning, like to affect winning for their team. And I think what's his face from I'm drawing a blank for Utah. Played at Kansas.
Darren Peterson.
Yeah. I think Peterson will have a great season and affect winning almost the most in Utah because
I think
he's
it's
gonna have
between
a
him and Cam on who wins it.
you think maybe. I don't only reason I see Cam be there is if he plays all 82 and somehow Memphis is competing for a play-in spot.
Well, that's the
Because
thing. That's why I think that there's a chance that he could win because if he overachieves now that Jaw's gone, he's the leader.
Mhm.
So if they overachieve, then the media is going to be all over him.
Yeah. I mean, I think they're doing a really good job about finding other bigs to complete with him
Yeah.
or to play with him being a little maybe undersized at the 4. Um, like
Mm.
Edie, the kid from or the dude from the Warriors that they just offered the 30 $30 million contract
Mill
to.
post.
Uh, yeah, but I mean, it's just one of those things. We, I just that's just my gut feeling. And then watching Peterson play in this summer league, I'm like, he looks scary good already. I mean, I know it's not pros, but they're still pro players out there. It's just one
Yeah,
of those. I think he'll have the ball more. AJ DeBonsa is not gonna have the ball like that. They're gonna be like, look, man, you gonna have to wait your turn. Anthony Davis is gonna want his shots. Trey Young's gonna get his shots. DeAndre Ayton and
that's it
Alex
right there.
Sarr.
Trey Young is such an offensive legend. Trey Young is for real what James Harden was claiming to be like years ago, as far as like not on the scoring aspect. Obviously, James Harden scores better, but as far as like Trey Young can get you 20 assists a game if he has the right pieces around him.
Yes, and right now I think he does. That is a massive team around
Mm,
him. But my thing with
I
them
agree.
is there's only one basketball. It's locker room issues are going to be the reason. I think if Anthony Davis took a back seat and said, "Hey, let me be the second, third option, maybe even preferably, let me focus more on the defensive end. They can do better." I think that would help them
Yeah.
go and be leaps and bounds better than everybody thinks they will be. Um, I think AJ DeBonsa is one of those players that can come in and make an instant difference, I would say like a Cooper Flag did for Dallas this year, and surprise you with a couple big scoring games when nobody's really expecting it. Like throw in him, I can see him averaging 20 points if he gets the shots. He would need to be efficient, but I don't see why he couldn't do that if he's just a spot up shooter, offensive rebound, kick out 3, that guy. Um, Something like that. Just maybe 9 to 11, 12 shots a night off of effort.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
just me.
What do you think about the? No, I agree with you. Um, what do you think about the T Wolves getting Lamelo Ball?
I don't love it. Um,
I don't know that
I
I do.
think it's nothing against Lamelo Ball. Um, he's a flashy player. I think they took a step back with that. Um, did Did
I
Anthony
don't know that
Edwards?
it was back, but they definitely didn't move forward. You know, I'm
I
not gonna
think they
say
took it. I
back,
think
but
they
not
took us.
forward.
I think what they lost Nas Reed. You can't lose Nas Reed. He's
I
you
know, I
don't
know. You
find
know what? I'm gonna agree with that. I'll agree with you there.
you whatever Lamelo brings, great, but you don't find a big like Nas Reed every blue moon. You know what I mean? That's
Right, right, right.
that's my
I
thing.
yeah,
Because
Nas is a guy that I would want, like, on an OKC, you know? So I agree with that.
I mean, if I mean Nas is one of those guys, no team's gonna reject him. He plays defense. He spaces the floor. Does does a little bit of everything, but he's just a big. He's an offensive creative big. Like can put the ball on the ground and go get a bucket for himself when needed. I mean, it's
Yes.
flashy but interesting, I would say. Um, but yeah, I don't. I think they lost a lot of size whenever they traded for the Mellow Ball. They got size. They got bigger on the point guard aspect, but their big man depth is not down the drain in a
They don't have
in
one.
the
They
West.
have it's Rudy Gobert.
Yeah, I know, but if they were in the Eastern Conference, it'd be different. But they're in the Western Conference, and yeah, that needs to be adjusted, I would say. I mean, I'm trying to think of who they could go
Yeah.
grab. I don't even know who they could go grab.
Let's look it up real quick. Let's use this moment as a segment. Let's see.
Who
Free
big
agents, NBA.
big men free agents in the NBA? Because you would need
Well,
it's
they
like
should have got
my
Kevin Looney, but the Lakers got him.
oh shoot, there you go. Yeah, he would have been good for as many times as LaMelo and Ant like to shoot the ball or shoot the three. Oh, his offensive rebounding and screen
Yep.
setting would have been great. Mm, I don't know. They're gonna have to find a diamond in the rough. That's like their issue is what I'm also worried about Miami's. Right now, Miami I feel like needs a backup point guard and then a backup center.
Yeah, I
That
think
is,
Miami needs some shooting.
yeah, like a stretch five, but so just a big
Yeah.
body, like a just somebody
And
go
one
down there
more
and stick.
guard shooter.
Yeah, just go down there and put your hands up. Don't try to block the shot. Let Bam and Giannis go clean it up, but just go stand and maybe get dunked on occasionally.
Oh, listen to this. Listen to this. How would you feel if the T Wolves ended up getting Jalen Duren and Jonathan Kaminga?
That would be a fun, exciting team to watch. That would help. That would help them a lot. But do you put Duran? Who's your starting center?
That's the only thing. Honestly, I'm not so sure if I'm the T Wolves right now that I don't move Gobert
Yeah,
to sign Jalen and get younger
yeah.
with
Somebody will.
LaMelo and Ant,
Yeah,
and then pick up Kaminga and you're still young.
I'd say Kaminga. You're coming off the bench, but when you're not in here with Ant, go crazy because Lamelo can pass the ball.
Yeah.
Go crazy. Go get 6 men of the year. Duran would be good. I think he fits their big issue, but then they're still down a backup big. I mean, you traded Julius
Well,
Randle.
if you move Gobert though, maybe you can get a piece that makes sense off the bench.
I don't know who. I'm trying to think of who they would go get. Everybody I've been saying's like Nick Claxton's gone. Jared Allen's gone. Uh, shoot, I don't
Well,
know.
it would be someone that they traded for. So like where like you would want to look for like a low money big man that you could
Lakers
potentially see
already
moved, even probably most likely off the bench.
Lakers already did that with Walker Kessler.
I mean, I hear you. I hear you.
Lakers already got the one everybody wanted. I, LeBron's money grabbing self could have had this team if he would have took a pay cut, but that's just me.
What about you move Gobert to Dallas and take Gafford off the bench.
and get Duran. I would do that. Yeah. Um, but
And get
what does
Duran to
that?
start.
Yeah, that would be fun. But what do you get back? What does that do for Dallas? How does that fit their timetable? Go there and maybe lose for another season, or are they trying to jump into a play-in seed? I don't know. I think your dad would
I
lose
think
a
a lot
fit.
of that has to
That's
do with Kyrie.
yeah. Well, I think your dad would throw a fit.
Yeah.
Him being a Dallas fan, he'd be like, "We got Rudy freaking Gobert."
Yeah, he would be pretty upset. He would be pretty upset, I'm not gonna lie.
That's funny.
But listen to this part. Listen to this part. This is the last year of Gobert's contract. So
Um.
what if Minnesota did move him to Dallas
hmm I would do it.
for just a year, you know?
Yeah. I mean, I don't think Rudy Gobert resigns with Minneapolis or Minnesota. I don't know why I said Minneapolis. Minnesota. I don't think he does. Um, I think he wants
If
to
he
win a
does, he'll have
championship.
to take less money.
Oh, for sure. A big pay cut. Don't get me wrong, he's a
Yeah,
great
wherever he
defender.
goes, he's not gonna get the money he's yeah.
No, he's worth it defensively, but I mean, you can't get that big contract and not be and still be a liability in the playoffs. Like,
Yeah. So
and
hold
then
on.
the way the
NBA.
CBA is, it only hurts you to get the contract to win. Like, can you imagine? Let's say, who would pick him up next year? Um, or heck, let's just imagine that he gets somehow got moved this year. Like, say something happened, he's a free agent, and then what if hypothetically, I don't know, what if no, or he doesn't need to go like to Orlando? Maybe I don't know. What about Portland? How does that help Portland in their situation?
Mm.
I don't know. I don't love that either.
Nah,
He's just one of the
but honestly, I like the doesn't I, I like Donovan
Maxi
Clingan
Kleber. Yeah, Donovan Clean. Okay,
for
yeah,
Portland.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, and then I like the Chinese kid.
Oh yeah, I don't know his
I
name,
like
but
him
I
as
know
a
who you're talking about.
development. I don't either right now. I can't remember.
I don't know. Rudy Gobert is just one of those guys. He does make a difference on who he plays just because of his defensive presence, but he's just one of those guys. Where do you stick him? Because you need a lot of offensive firepower. Does he go back? Does he sign like a 2 or 3 year deal to go back to play with Donovan Mitchell in Cleveland if they don't get LeBron?
No.
Him and Evan Mobley being the big defensive presence in the East.
No, I don't think so. I think that this is the problem. Like the league is a stretch five league now. Like I think Gobert is losing value.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I would say so. I think I think you could have an inside four, but you definitely need a stretch five. It's like one of the two have to be amazing at their job. Like
Yeah.
either one's got to be super rebound heavy and the other one can shoot the ball, or vice versa. And
So
that's the thing.
let me give you this number real quick.
Yeah.
So right now, this year, Gobert will make 24% of the cap space for the T Wolves.
He's
He's making a
he's
fourth of the money allowed on the T Wolves.
and that's what's been hurting them trying to get people. And I'm like, offload his contract and then see who's going to be a free agent next year. Go get them. He's worth it for the regular season, but he's one of those guys you just do not need him in the. He did good against
He gets
Jokic
played
this
off the
year.
floor.
Yeah, I
Yeah, but he
mean he
gets played
did.
off the floor in the playoffs.
That is true. I don't know. He's great. He's a great player. I like to watch him play. Love his defensive prowess.
Yeah, I
But
mean,
I mean,
That's the thing. I agree with you on all those points, and he's a walking double double. I mean, I'm not gonna say any of that. The problem is when we're talking about like the T Wolves, because the way they have their money placed, they're really a championship or bust team, even though they've never
Yeah,
won a championship. And especially
yeah.
because Ant is such a good player, he's gonna win out if they don't start winning soon. And
I
so
know.
the when you have a 5 that doesn't stretch the floor and gets played off the floor by San Antonio, OKC,
OKC.
the Celtics, you know, like the tier of teams that's gonna compete for the championship. When he gets played off the floor by those teams, he can't be making a fourth of your money. You know what I'm
Yeah, I
saying?
know. Yeah. He needs to make like if he made $10 million less a year, I think it would be a great team. Like they could actually funnel the pieces around him to make him a great like make them a better filled out team. That's just my opinion. He's just he's just taking yeah, you're right, taking too much money. And I think their championship window shrank because of losing everybody they lost this offseason. I don't think Julius Randle's the right piece to put by him. I think Julius Randle needed to come off the bench for Nas Reed because Nas Reed's a better off. You don't need you need four offensive guys with Rudy Gobert, and that is what they could have done.
Listen, man, I would have moved Rudy before I would have moved Nas. You know, and I think me and you have had this conversation. I mean, I texted you like, "What are they doing?" As soon as I saw
Yeah,
it. My
yeah,
first thing,
yeah,
as soon as I saw Nas was gone, I was like, "No freaking way."
yeah. And I'm just like, hey, he may not be what Rudy Gobert is defensively, but I mean, he's what you want to run with Rudy Gobert. Him spacing the floor, getting up and down the court, being another ball handler almost. And just saying, "Hey Rudy, I'm going to shoot a three. Just box your guy out," because they have to respect Nas Reed defensively or offensively. So they're going to put a good defender on him. And if they put a shorter guy on Rudy Gobert, it worked he would just crash the offensive glass, and that's how we'd get a lot of his points. I'm just confused on what was going on in the coaching staff's mind. Like, why did we not put a more offensive lineup together to counteract and then just say, "Hey Julius, here you go, control this." We're not demoting you, Julius. We're saying, here, we're trying to win. Go be a bully with a second unit and
Yep.
bully
Yep,
somebody
because,
else. Yeah,
it's just this isn't I don't know what they blew it up and added LaMelo Ball. He's not a winning player. You blew it up for a not winning player.
he hasn't done anything to be successful in the league yet.
No.
Uh, he is a flashy player, but ultimately, yeah, he, I don't know. I think he hurts Ant in certain aspects. I think he's a great off-ball
I
pressure for Ant,
agree.
which he needed in the postseason. Like somebody, hey, we can't just double Ant the whole game because this guy can go get a bucket. But the way he plays, just
And
I
then
don't
see,
think
I
he'll.
agree with that too. I see the vision with that. The problem is I feel like that's like a 10% or less chance that that works the way that we all because we see like if it's gonna work, this is the way for it to work. The problem is you see LaMelo Ball on the court and you don't see maturity. You don't see winning basketball. This guy was the franchise player for the Hornets. He spent time on the bench while the Hornets was winning games this last season. Like
Yeah, I
the
know,
coach saw that they would win without him in the game, dude. And
I know.
if Ant can't get him to buy in, bro,
I
I mean, Ant's out of there if not.
that is somebody I would want to see go. Like if he hit the free agent market, that would be a crazy offseason. Because wherever he goes is like a big splash immediately. Um, Shoot, yeah, that would be crazy. Like, imagine him going to
You wanna talk about me immediately being like, "Hey, Chet, we're gonna send you home, buddy, and we're gonna go get
yeah,
Ant." You're talking
yeah.
I mean,
It'd be like,
Shay and Ant
hey,
would be nuts. You know what I'm
yeah, and that would be more or less. You could. Ye that would just be a God, that would be a scary team,
Yeah, it
especially
would.
since y'all got that big 7'3" rookie. You don't I mean, if he fills out, stays healthy, hopefully, y'all will be crazy. I think y'all have a nice championship window the next 3 years for sure. I think
I,
OKC keeps the big 3 together the next 3 years.
yeah, I think looks Adai looks good. From because I watched all his summer league. He actually plays again tonight here in a little bit, but
Mhm.
he looks like he's used to getting calls because he was on the championship team. You know what I'm saying? It looks like he's
Yeah.
used to getting their respect and getting those calls, and
Oh, he was
he needs
like
to
a
adjust to the what like yeah, he needs to adjust to not being the guy and the refs not
he's
just giving him everything just for the benefit of the doubt.
I I think he gets bullied the first half of the season, and then, he'll toughen up with
I agree.
OKC,
Just
and
watching
then
summer league, yeah,
which I think ultimately it matures him because when he gets bullied, I think, he gets put on a couple highlight plays. If I John Morant's
yeah.
gonna John Morant's gonna be headhunting for him. God forbid Anthony Edwards take flight. I see those being 2 highlight dunks against him just because who was he
Well,
playing
he
like
he
who
already came in pretty soft, and Cam dunked it on him, Cam Boozer, that's what he played first game, and then he came down the floor after being soft and did the same thing back, and he was, like, really soft through the first half, but in the second half of, both games, he came alive. So, I'm gonna be interested to see tonight if he can come out firing from the rip.